Welcome to Rauta's Double Take. This time we have two different bands, one from Poland, one from Belgium, and why they're here on the single review video is that because they're released by the very same label during this fall. Let's start in alphabetical order and also the one that comes in first in chronological order. This one is A Thousand Sufferings with the album called Stilte. This one is Belgium take on something that we could call a combination of doom metal and black metal. Now, often that kind of combination is kind of hard pill to swallow because, you know, black metal has the kind of aggression and rawness and kind of violence, which is quite in direct opposite in so many doom metal bands, which then again go rather for more cleaner vocals and rather kind of a soothier and atmosphere, but also lack the kind of aggression and violence and all that stuff. So how to make this combination works is the big question, and A Thousand Sufferings actually answers that rather well. The thing here is, they don't go for the raw or more violent end of black metal, but more on the atmospheric side. And that's when you combine it, that atmospheric black metal into doom metal, or with doom metal, that's how you end up sounding like a post-black metal band with rather slow pace. The thing here is, they do it quite well. The production is quite solid, the vocals are pretty cool, and the songwriting is quite alright. My only problem is that some of these songs actually sound a little bit too lengthy. That is, they could be more compact and right to the point rather than just, you know, keep going way too long before you're like, okay, why things are not happening? And that results a little bit of a disappointment. Not bad one, but still. Now, overall, I would say this is rather enjoyable album, you know, because of the vocals, songwriting, cool melodies and all that stuff, and, you know, nailing this kind of a combination together. So definitely worth checking out, even if not a great album, but more on the good side than on the side of mediocrity. And then the second band is from Poland, called Gurthang, with the album called Hearts of the Hollow. Now, mind you, there is a Belgian band with the same name, and the name, because, you know, doesn't really sound like a thing, like why would be there more than one band with the same name? Well, it's a Tolkien one, so this is once again one of those bands grabbing the Tolkien influence and nailing it with black metal. This is also on the more slow-paced side. One could even call this one black doom, but to be honest, I don't find so much doomy presence here. Maybe this is closer to bands like Mgwa doing, but not having the magic or presence within. Definitely more on the atmospheric versus raw and violent side, kind of a black metal. But something is lacking here. I mean, for instance, the vocals, which are more like whispering rather than aggressive, raspy, shrieky, what have you kind of vocals in black metal territory, they're kind of like weak and lacking the passion. It was almost like I was expecting something, you know, fierce to happen, some kind of a fury to take place, but not to happening at all. And also the songwriting is a little bit dull. No, mind you, this is beyond mediocrity, better than that. But for example, comparing this to A Thousand Sufferings, this sounds a little bit more boring, like as if this was not having those, you know, better melodic parts or good riffs. Now here and there are glimpses of a little bit bright light, and by that I don't mean like as if this wasn't a dark album, but more like these beacons of hope, like yeah, something is finally happening, but then they fade away way too quickly. Now, mind you, this is something that has happened previously with the very same band as well. I've listened to a couple of ones in the past and reviewed them, and they have the very same problem. It's almost there, but not quite. And I don't know how to fix it really, except to say, make better riffs, make better songs. Now, basically, these guys have what it takes to be a decent album. For instance, those vocals, they really need to be fixed. And beyond that, well, more interesting riffs and songs in general. Like, this is listenable, but so forgettable that it kind of goes intentionally in the background, and then you kind of like forget about it, and then you want something else to listen instead. So, worth checking out in case you want more in the sense of background black metal. But if you want something more catchier, something more aggressive, something more raw, violent, and you name it, even darker, well, go for other direction. This is Rauta's review on these two. Go check out the links provided in the description box if you want to listen to the bands or find more information. Thanks for watching. Take care.